todos. Estoy trabajando en español. I'm going to have to speak on English for now. First of all, it's a great honor to be here in Buenos Aires for the first time in Argentina. I was looking forward to come very much to this country, and a country that has a long tradition in sports and a lot of successful tennis players for many decades already. And of course, Novak Del Potro, Monaco are some of the players that I'm very good friends with, and they have been telling me to and inviting me to come to Argentina. So now that I'm here, I'm actually very happy and excited to experience this country in the best possible way for this short time and play some good tennis. Well, the 2013 season is just finished for us, and I'm going to try to rest well, have a couple of weeks off, and then start training like Rumble, you know, for next year in order to get my #1 place in the world back. Of course, it's not going to be easy. Nadal has had an incredible 8-9 months since he came back from his injury and won a couple of Grand Slams, and deservedly he's #1 of the world. But you know, as I said, I have to organize my schedule well, to rest, and then to get the right strength for next year. And I think the opening few months of the year will be very important for me in order to eventually get to #1. Well, today when we had a visit to the Schule, to the school, I changed basically in 5 minutes, made the quickest football transfer from Boca Juniors to San Francisco. I changed the shirt in 5 minutes because the reaction of a Boca Juniors shirt in that school was not so good. So we had to take the San Lorenzo shirt, and of course, I mean, I follow football. I'm a fan of football, and I know how big it is in this country. I mean, this country has the best football player in the world, of course, and so it's. I never been here, so I cannot pick one club which I support. And don't get me wrong, but of course I appreciate the nice gesture of both clubs of giving me these shirts. I think that Del Potro possesses a great quality, and he won a Grand Slam in 2009 in US Open. And I think that after the top 4 players that were, you know, basically dominating the world men's tennis for last 5-6 years, that Del Potro is definitely the one that can break into that top 4, top 3 in the world. And he has the quality, he has the big game. He had, I think, physically a little bit of problems in the last 5-6 years because he's very tall. So to be able to consistently play well and not to get injured, and you know, to get the right energy all the time throughout the whole year, that's what is necessary, you know, in order to get to the top of the men's tennis. But he has the quality, he has the game. He won against all of us on different surfaces, and so he has also mental strength and you know, spirit of a champion on the court. That's how I feel, and also he's a very nice guy. So. If he manages to keep on working and be able to physically sustain, you know, without any injuries, he can definitely be a big threat, or actually one of the candidates to win the Grand Slams next year and every other year. Okay, and my family has a long skiing tradition. I grew up on the mountain, so. I would think that if I didn't play tennis, I would stay in the sport, that I would probably ski, or I would probably work in the mountains because I just love the nature. I love the mountains. I would probably clean the snow at 5 a.m. for all the skiers who are coming to ski on the slopes. And the second question was about Messi, Ronaldo. Of course, you know, Messi, Ronaldo. Well, Since I'm in Argentina, I think you know what's the answer. But I think both of them, I have to be very diplomatic here because I respect both of them. Both of them, they are very different players, but they are the two best players in the world, no question about it. And the third question was...
if you're going to Calafate...
Calafate, yes. Because of course, generosity and great organization of Ministry for Tourism of Argentina and all the organizers of this event. Tomorrow, me and my friends and Nadal, we will go to Calafate, Perito Moreno, and we will make some pictures there, and we heard it's one of the most beautiful places in the world, so it's going to be a long flight, but I think everybody is saying that it is worth it, it's worth to see it. Well, first of all, I have to say that it's not that easy to scheduling. Scheduling is not easy for a top player to, take his time and play Davis Cup competition. Even though it is the only official team competition where you get to represent your country, where you get to play for your country, because this is individual sport. So, Davis Cup is the opportunity where you get to feel this team spirit and fight for something that is much bigger than yourself. So, Del Potro has played for his country many times, and this year his decision was not to play because of rankings, and I understand that. I don't think that people should blame him, but there is still many more years to come, and Argentina generally with him, of course, is much stronger and has a big chances to go far, and a great team. So I remember that a few years ago they won against us in Belgrade, and they reached the finals where he played great matches with Rafa and all the Spanish team in Spain, and they lost close. So they're capable of going far, and I know how much it means to me when I put the Serbian shirt on and when I play. It's a very unique feeling. We won the title in 2010. This year we unfortunately lost it, but it's totally different than any other tournament. You cannot compare to any Grand Slam, anything really, because there is always somebody sitting on your bench. There is a team of 20 people sitting behind, cheering you after every point. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. And of course, when you're playing at home, it's 15-20,000 people cheering you on. It's tennis atmosphere. The tennis matches is not as football, but in the Davis Cup, it reminds you of football matches because of all the cheering and everything. The Davis Cup matches in Argentina I only saw on the TV, and it was very loud on the TV. I can imagine how it was in the arena. But I think that the whole season was played from my side on a high level, even though the three big matches in the period of 3 months I lost. Roland Garros semi-finals against Rafa, US Open final against Rafa, and Wimbledon against final against Murray. So those 3 matches were tough losses for me, and emotional losses. And after I lost the US Open final, I sat down with my team, and I was thinking, of course, what it is that I did wrong, and what it is that I need to work on in order, mentally or game-wise, in order to improve my game, in order to get myself again winning these big matches. So I was working on it, of course, and obviously that work paid off. And after I had a thrilling, 2.5 months, the last 2.5 months of the season. The second question was regarding Roland Garros and what would be my dream. Well, I want to prioritize Grand Slams. Grand Slams are the biggest tournaments that we have in sport. They carry the most value, and I want to try to win every Grand Slam that I play on. And I know that the rankings, of course, are important, but not as much as Grand Slams for me. So I know that rankings, if I win 2 or 3 Grand Slams, the rankings will definitely follow. And so I will try to set up my own form and prepare for this particular tournaments. And Roland Garros is the only Grand Slam I never won. Of of course, I would be very happy if I do that next year or any other years. But the biggest challenge, obviously, is to win against Nadal. He has won so many times in Paris. And but you know, this year we played a very long match. I was very close to win, and it gives me more confidence that I'm getting closer to win against him in this tournament. And you know, I will still keep on working and hoping that I can, in the end, lift that trophy. Well, I went through the war, 2 wars actually in my life, so I understand what kids and people go through when they experience wars. It's the worst thing that can happen to any human. I mean, I don't wish anybody to experience that, because in the war nobody wins, everybody loses. There's a lot of destruction, and there's a lot of devastating moments. And you know, of course, the rest of the world is there to support the ones in need. You know, so whoever needs help, of course, people should always be there and be able to help, because I'm very blessed to be in the position to play tennis, the sport that I love with all my heart, and that allowed me to have all of this, you know, to travel around the world, to see places, meet cultures, to be successful. And but unfortunately, not all the kids and people around the world are this fortunate. So that's why it's important that well, me, I do through my foundation, and I try to help kids through education to get a life, to believe in their dreams. I believe that there should be a responsibility and somehow something that is a natural to every human, you know, to help others.
Acá.